Alright, so I have a Honda Civic 2000 ECU, and the problem with this one is that the AC compressor is not working. Interestingly, this happened to one of my Infiniti G20s. I have a video on that too. It just so happens to be that it had the same issue. It's very similar to what happened to the other one. And I'm going to show you what the problem is. Now right away, you can see that here is broken. This chip is broken. It got burned right here. I don't know if you can see that. Right here. This chip is burnt. Now, right here is my good board. And this is my bad board. So I'm going to show you how I would troubleshoot this without knowing what is burnt just by looking at it. Let's say that it's not burnt or broken. I'm going to show you how I would troubleshoot if it was not broken. So first things first, I know that this pin right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this pin goes to my AC compressor and it grounds it. So here, this one is my AC compressor ground, and this one, you'll see that it will go to this one. Put it in here, and then here, it'll go here. You see that? I'll go to this pin, this chip right here, go to this one, and then it'll go to this one. See that? So I know that my ground comes from this chip. Just hope that happens to be this one that's broken. Okay, so what's the next step if I didn't know it was broken? So I will put my red on source, and I'll put my black on drain. And I will look at this in diode mode. First, I'll do this in diode mode. Drain. And this one is my source. Have to get good connection. I know that if you look at my multimeter, okay, I'll show you. Okay, red, source, black on drain. If you notice, I don't get any reading. Make sure that I have good connection and good contact. And I know it's bad because I'm not getting a reading. But first things first, this is my bad board. So this is open line. But what if it was a P-type MOSFET? If it was a P-type MOSFET, I would have to put black on source and red on drain. You see, it has no reading. Okay, this is my bad one. So let's take a look at the good one. So if this was an N-type MOSFET, I would put red on source and black on drain. And I should get a reading between 0.3 and 0.9. And I do. I get 0.535. That's how I know this one is good. This is how I know this one is good. So this chip is good. Now, if this was a P-type, I would get a reading with black on source and red on drain. And you see, no reading. So I know right away this is an N-type. So now the question is, do I have to use the same part number? And the answer is, it just has to be the same type. So I will do what I did. I'll test this one. This one is from Infinity G20. It just so happens to have the same problem. And so what I do, I put red on source and black on drain. And you see, I get 0.5 volts. So that means that this is an N-type. If it was a P-type, I would get reading with black on source and red on source and red on drain. See, no reading. Also, you can also check with ohms mode. Just do the same thing. Red on source, black on drain. I should get a high resistance, and I do. That's how I know this is good. And of course, I should not get a reading on this side. This is the P way. Okay. So all I have to do is change this chip, and I am good. All right. Thanks.